It begins not with a fight, but with a suggestion. A quiet comment whispered in the soft, seductive language of love. You should wear this shirt instead. Then, you talk about your work too much. Soon, it's, I don't really like it when you hang out with him. He's a bad influence. Each request seems small, a reasonable compromise, an act of partnership. You concede because you are a good man who wants to make her happy. You don't realize that you are not building a partnership. You are negotiating a slow, quiet surrender. This is the subtle poison of modern relationships that most men drink willingly, not realizing it's a toxin until their masculine spirit is already paralyzed. You think you are being molded into a better man. In truth, you are being hollowed out, reshaped into her emotional pet. Here is the truth no one will say aloud. A pervasive element of feminine energy in the modern world doesn't want to be led by a man. It wants to lead him. And when it cannot lead through overt strength, it leads through covert manipulation, disguised as care. Every masculine trait that defines you, the very edge and power that attracted her in the first place, slowly becomes a threat to her desire for emotional dominance. Your righteous anger is labeled toxic. Your quiet confidence is called arrogant. Your ambition is selfish. Your personal boundaries are controlling. She becomes a sculptor, chipping away at the marble of your character, not to reveal a masterpiece, but to turn it into a smooth, featureless stone that won't cast any intimidating shadows. You start to silence your own instincts to keep the peace, walking on eggshells in the fortress of your own mind. This process is a psychological castration, a death by 1,000 paper cuts. You believe you are maturing, becoming more emotionally intelligent. But what you are actually becoming is less of a man. You are trading your mission for her moods, your vision for her validation, your very soul for her temporary comfort. You become a smiling, nodding automaton who apologizes when he's right and makes himself small so she can feel big. You are the emotional caretaker, the 24/7 therapist, the designated apologizer. At first, she loves it. She feels empowered, in charge, and safe in the way a zookeeper feels safe with a declawed lion. She has successfully turned a king into a court jester, all for her own sense of control. And then comes the great, tragic paradox. Once the project is complete, once she has softened every edge and sanded down every rough surface, she looks at you with a cold, unfamiliar stare. The respect is gone. She'll say, "You've changed," or "The spark is gone," or the devastatingly honest, "I'm just not attracted to you anymore." You will sit there, a ghost in your own life, wondering how it all went so wrong. But deep down, you will know. She didn't fall out of love with you. She fell out of love with the man she conquered. Women are not biologically wired to desire what they dominate. Respect is the absolute bedrock of feminine love, and a woman cannot respect a man she can bend to her will. His compliance, which he thought was an act of love, is read by her primal instincts as weakness. And weakness in a man doesn't just disappoint her. On a deep, cellular level, it disgusts her. She may keep you around for comfort, for stability, but the polarity that ignites true desire is dead. You have become so safe that you are no longer exciting, so agreeable that you are no longer respectable, and so accommodating that you are no longer a man she can look up to. You have successfully become the man she thought she wanted, only for her to realize he is the last man she could ever truly love. That moment of rock bottom, where she looks at you with pity instead of passion, is not an ending. It is an initiation. It is the brutal, necessary catalyst for you to stop looking to her for answers and to start rebuilding the kingdom within yourself. The solution is not to become colder, more aggressive, or a tyrant. The solution is to reclaim your masculine authority, not over her but over yourself. This is the art of forging the unshakable frame, and it is the only foundation upon which her respect and genuine attraction can be built. Your frame is the constitution of your inner world. It is comprised of your mission, your values, your standards, and your non-negotiable boundaries. It is the sacred ground of your soul, and from this day forward, you must protect it as such. This begins with a radical shift from pleasing to leading. A pleaser is reactive. He is a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the waves of her emotions, constantly asking, "What do you want me to do?" A leader is proactive. He has his own map, his own destination. His energy says, "This is where I am going. You are welcome to join me on this journey, but you will not alter my course." You don't argue with her emotional storms. You become the coastline that contains her ocean. You don't beg for her respect. You command it through your unwavering commitment to your own principles. You don't justify your decisions. Your actions become their own justification. This is not about ignoring her feelings. It's about refusing to let her feelings dictate your reality. The first test of your new frame will come when you set a boundary. Perhaps you state that you will no longer tolerate disrespectful language, or that a certain night of the week is dedicated to your work or your brothers. Do not mistake her immediate pushback for proof you've done wrong. Her tantrum, her withdrawal of affection, her accusations of you being selfish or cold. This is the test. She is hammering on the wall you just built to see if it is real. The old you would have folded instantly, rushing to smooth things over. The new you holds the line. You stay calm, grounded, and firm. You communicate through your stillness that this boundary is not a suggestion. It is a law of your new reality. When she sees that your frame does not crack under her pressure, she will not hate you. Deep down, she will finally begin to trust you. She wasn't looking for control. She was looking for containment. A woman will never love you until she knows. She can't change you. As long as she believes you are malleable, she will instinctively keep pushing, molding, and testing. But the man who is self-sourced, who pulls power from his own purpose and not from her approval, becomes a fascinating and irresistible challenge. He becomes a mountain she must climb, not a pile of clay she can reshape. When you embody this energy, one of two things will happen. She will either rise to meet your standards, inspired by your strength and integrity, or she will run, realizing she cannot control you. Either way, you win. You either forge a relationship built on genuine, hard-earned respect, or you filter out a woman who is fundamentally incompatible with the powerful man you are becoming. Your choice is simple. Reclaim your masculine edge, or become another man she reshapes, resents, and ultimately forgets. She will never love the version of you she had to build. She can only truly surrender to the man who was so complete on his. Own that she had no choice but to admire the finished masterpiece.